My name's Doug Coupland, and I am artist in residence at the Google Cultural Institute in Paris. Why am I here this morning? Well, it's this. We're going to ask, what is the most important question of our time? And I know the answer, and the answer is this. What are we actually searching for? The book is one of the few projects we're doing at the Cultural Institute. The book came about because most people really are curious about what are people searching for? What are they looking for? We are hunter-gatherers looking for answers to questions as part of our DNA. So what I suggested was, okay, within the constructs of your data system, what can we do to allow us to look for search patterns? And I came up with the idea of choosing 1,000 words and offering them to the search people, and then they would come back with, well, the answers to what people have been searching for, but before they came to me, they had to go through Safe Search, then staff had to go through them to remove anything that your child might find weird. And we did this search. It was the month of February this year, globally. God knows how many billions of searches, all English language. And, well, we've got searched the book. And to my mind, it is the closest you can come to being on the internet while actually reading what is technically a book. One of the weird textures of living in 2015 is that we've actually never been smarter, but we've never felt stupider. And that's why I invented the word smoopid. And I actually think the collective human IQ has been rising generally over the last 20 years, so that by 1995 standards, the current average IQ is about 103. But of course, we all feel like it's 97. And there's this other corollary word with smoopid. It's called Stewart. And Stewart means, I'm really, really smart. I just don't have Wi-Fi access at the moment. Now, the internet, Dr. Internet. The internet is the doctor for billions of people. And you take a word like symptom, you put it in, and you can see pretty much what's going on in all the bodies on planet Earth. If you take a word, in this case, it's the word theft, and you plug it into the system, what are you going to find? And what you find is that Grand Theft Auto completely ate up the entire theft category. Sometimes with Secret, Victoria's Secret products ate up the word secret. It just kind of happens sometimes. Is Google an oracle? Some people treat it that way. Some people actually look at Google as sort of an omniscient entity, and they ask it questions in the form of a question. Here, for example, you can see these. This is my favorite one of all, is how long is a 5K? Subtle. We're all people, and we all know what it's like to be at your laptop or computer going through this kind of mood we're seeing right here. And what happens is people put in this kind of question. And they don't just put them in a few times. These questions, there's like hundreds of thousands of times these questions come through. And you realize that there's like someone is at a keyboard somewhere actually typing this in, and they had to be going through this to make them ask this question. I think that's sort of a wonderful, inspiring thing. People are always surprising, and those are the first capital letters you see in the entire presentation. Search is always done in lowercase only. I would like to thank Google for having me here today and for giving me such a great gig at the Cultural Institute in Paris. And thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be here.